Hello, this is Reverend J.L. Franklin, President of the Southwest Louisiana Community Coalition for Action. That's right, Action. And we want to thank you for your positive reviews to all of our video conferences. If you would like to be a freedom fighter, all you have to do is call the Freedom Fighter Hotline, 337-2155-353. Or if you'd like to send us a contribution to help us stay on the front line right here in the fight in our own backyard, just mail your contributions to the Southwest Louisiana Community Coalition for Action. P.O. Box 836, Lake Charles, Louisiana, 70602. Let's get right into it. But first of all, let's give a shout out. We love giving shout outs on our broadcast. LSU, we give them a shout out. I mean, historic. 8 years drought of beating Alabama. Boy, I'm telling you, Saturday night, over 20 million viewers watched that game. In Louisiana, we're proud. Oh, we're proud. We're proud because LSU beat Alabama. Not only are we proud because LSU beat Alabama, we're also proud because Grambling beat Alcorn. Grambling beat Alcorn this weekend. Alcorn beat Southern University 2 weeks ago. But then we want to give Southern University a shout out because Southern beat Lynchburg University, rather. So we had victories. But now yesterday, the Saints lost to the Falcons, and that's horrendous for us. But overall, hey, Louisiana had a good report. Now, today, the president's viewpoint is simply this. This is it. That's right. This is it. You know, we've got an election coming this Saturday. That's right, November the 16th. Very important election. There, the governor's race. Governor John Bel Edwards is trying to keep his office. And of course, Eddie Risponi, who is a Republican, is trying to get the office. We have the Secretary of State, Kyle Artwine, is running against a sister, Miss Gwen Collins Greenup, who's also running for that position. We have a couple of police jury seats that are available, for the election. Mr. Calvin Collins, District 2, and of course, Mr. Mike Smith. But also, we have a state representative race, District 34, and we're going to talk about that just very shortly. But let's get into the governor's race. Listen, you know, we have the figures, we have the numbers from the primary. We're excited so far. You know, that here in Calcasieu Parish, preparing for the general election, over 15,000 who have early voted. But I just want to recap the primary votes. And of course, John Bel got, right here in Calcasieu Parish, got 44%. Risponi received 29%. Rath Abraham received 26%. 62% in East Baton Rouge Parish, 87% in Orleans Parish, 38% in Rapides Parish, and of course, Abraham beat John Bel in Alexandria. John Bel got 53% in Caddo Parish, and then of course, he got 38% in Monroe. Rath Abraham beat John Bel in Monroe, but not only did he beat him in Monroe, he also beat him in Lafayette. John Bel received 37% of the vote. All right, now, so which means statewide, John Bel received 47%, Risponi got 27%, Rath Abraham got 24%. You know how many African Americans are registered voters in the state of Louisiana? We have that information right here. We have over 928,569 qualified African American voters, but only 374,701 voted in the primary. This is a very important election. I want to give you some numbers by parishes, some very important parishes, of course, right here in Calcasieu Parish. You know, there are 31,461 registered black voters, all right? But only 12,437 African Americans voted in the primary. That's 40% turnout, all right? But not only that, because I'm going to give you some numbers in Rapides Parish. They have 24,882, but only 9,393 voted. Orleans Parish, I'm talking about the primary, 92,800 over 92,000, 37,000 voted in Orleans Parish, East Baton Rouge Parish, 55,000 nearly. And then, of course, Lafayette, there were 12,803 who voted in Lafayette. In Shreveport, 25,877. This is 35%. That's in Caddo Parish. And then, of course, in Monroe, they have 36,224 African American, Black, whatever you want to call us, people of color, Negroes, voters in Monroe, and only 11,879 voted in the primary. That's roughly about 33%. This race is very important. We need you souls to the polls this coming Saturday. If you didn't early vote, you should have. Now, I have a list. If you're in Louisiana, I know if you voted early. Oh, yes. I know if you, and brother pastors, you need to be sure to vote. Be sure to vote this coming Saturday, November the 16th. Now, I mentioned this very important race. I want to get right into it. That is District 34, Mr. Wilford Carter and Mr. Kevin Guidry. Now, in the primary, Mr. Carter won the early votes, 965 votes. Mr. Guidry, 905. Ms. Miller got 229 votes. I want to again commend Ms. Matilda Miller. She ran a good race, a good campaign, and she received 1,238 votes. She got 11% of the votes. Mr. Guidry received 41%. Mr. Carter received 48%, 5,479 votes. Ms. Matilda Miller has endorsed Mr. Carter. Yes, she has. I said, Ms. Miller, she has given her support to Mr. Carter. All right? Now, Mr. Carter won 21 of the precincts. Mr. Guidry won 12 precincts. Again, Mr. Carter got 48%. Mr. Guidry got 41%. Ms. Miller got 40. She got 11%. We have all of the precincts. Now, let me tell you, this is a very costly race. When the numbers go up, this is probably over a $200,000 race. Listen, I have received so much, these card stock pullouts, push cards from Mr. Guidry, with about 7 or 8 of them. But the one that strikes me the most, and by the way, this is well over $40,000. But the one that strikes me the most is this one. It's this one. It's a winning team that Mr. Kevin Guidry is misleading us to believe that Governor John Bell has endorsed him. That's not the case. The governor hasn't endorsed either one of them in the race. It's very misleading. Now, these are all PACs, for the most part, that educational PACs that are supporting Mr. Guidry. This is over $40,000. Somebody is trying to buy District 34. Radio ads, television commercials, newspaper, The Voice, the Lanyap, Facebook. Listen, you're talking about money coming, money going. This race is unbelievable. Somebody is trying to buy District 34. Now, I want to commend both Mr. Carter and Mr. Guidry. It takes a lot of prayers and time and effort. One of them is going to win. One of them is going to be our state representative for District 34. People have asked me, I run into them all the time and they get our videos. They said to me, why haven't you endorsed one of them? Who would you endorse? Well, for the sake of our organization, we can't endorse. But if you want to know my personal opinion, my personal view, I'd simply say these words to you. We need a fighter. We need somebody that's going to represent us, not be afraid to stand up for what's right. Now, this is Reverend J.L. Franklin. I'll tell you what we're doing. The Southwest Louisiana Community Coalition for Action, we're building a coalition of justice, and equality for all. Until next time.